Hello everybody and welcome back to Screen Stars. I'm here today to bring you my review for the 2019 horror film Trick, a film that is co-written and directed by Patrick Lussier. It stars Omar Epps, Jamie Kennedy, the legendary Tom Atkins, and Christina Reyes. Now this is a film that clearly takes inspiration from other horror films like Halloween and the Scream series of films, and it is a film that focuses on a detective played by Omar Epps, called Detective Mike Denver, who is on the trail over a number of years of a serial killer. Now this film opens up in 2015 at a Halloween party, and there is a lot of kids killed at this Halloween party by someone called Trick. Trick is then arrested by the police and then he makes his escape, seemingly thought to be dead, and then however the very next year in 2016 the killings start again, and Omar Epps' character Detective Mike Denver is for the next few years chasing this serial killer Trick that nobody thinks is the Trick from the first series of kills from 2015. They think it's copycats, but Denver is convinced that it's the same guy that keeps coming back every year to commit series of murders, and every year he comes back he escalates and escalates until it gets to 20, until it gets to this year, and he's no longer a police detective, but he's still on the trail of this killer, and he makes his appearance again this year and starts the killings up again, and it's for everybody to try and stay alive on this fateful night. So as you can see there's a lot of similarities, certainly with Halloween, and it's not subtle in its approach really in regards to its heavy influences from other films, in particular the Scream films. And when you watch the film you'll definitely understand what I mean by that. Even some of the sound effects sound very similar. You know, the sound effects for the knives that they use in Scream and the impact of the knives on other people, it sounded very, very similar, the sound effects, to me. And there are some parallels between them films for sure. But I'm not going to lie, I actually found this film really quite entertaining. It's really well made. They're clearly trying to start a fresh franchise here with this. The mystique of the killer is what keeps this film going, because you don't know whether this is like supernatural or demonic or whatever, because even Omar Epps' character Denver is questioning that at one point in the film. He doesn't know what this is, if this is real or if it's supernatural and evil. He actually calls it pure evil at one point, so it keeps you guessing, like, how is this possible? How are these killings taking place, and how is this killer surviving some of the things that he gets into? So it keeps you going throughout the film, and that mystique carries the film forward. And I think they've actually created here quite a compelling killer, quite a compelling character, and I think Omar Epps' character as well, you really feel for that character, and his character, as well as the sheriff played by Ellen Adair. They bounce off each other really well. A couple of good characters that are both determined to track down this killer, and I really like the dynamics of that. The real problem with this film, like I say, is its lack of originality, but also there's such a heavy kill count in this film. I'm not kidding. Right from the first killings in 2015, it does not mess about. I'm not saying it's overly graphic. There are a couple of graphic scenes, but just the kill count is incredible. So you never really get a chance to breathe. It's almost like each year could have been a different film, like 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, and so on and so forth. Each of them could have been a different film. They've like crammed it all into one film that actually makes it quite a breakneck speed, in a sense of not much time to breathe, or for the story to breathe, for characters to be developed. And that is the real issue with this film. The characters are so underdeveloped because of this. It harms the film to some degree. I think they could have probably cut some of it down, or you didn't need all these killings to be taking place, and maybe a little bit more character development would have certainly helped the film. That's my only real criticism here. There is a level of predictability. I suppose I kind of figured it out by the end as to what were going on. So I'm guessing quite a few people will as well. But that's not to say it harmed the film. It made sense, and it's kind of what I expected. And I think if it had gone down a different route, it might have ruined the legitimacy of the film, if I can say that word. So excuse me, I've got a bit of a chesty cold. So yeah, I think this has come a little bit out of nowhere. I think it's going to get a bit of a following, this film. Like I say, it is well made. It does respect films that have come before it and even borrow heavily from them. But I don't think it particularly harms the film. It's really, really entertaining, and I'm not a big fan of like slasher type films. I think when they're done well, they can be entertaining, and I think this is done pretty well. And it's one of those that's probably going to get a following, and it might even get sequels, because the way it ended, it certainly made out that there may be more films coming if it's successful. And I would be happy to watch more of these, I'm not going to lie. So I think it's a good effort. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Very, very entertaining film, coming out just before Halloween, and I think it's one that you'll probably enjoy if you're fans of this sort of thing. So thank you very much for watching, and of course I'll see you next time for more reviews on Screen Stars.